Spy X Family, Parenthood, A Real Impossible Mission, finally, an anime about family for family. Quick question, is there anybody who hasn't heard about this anime? I mean, come on, Spy X Family was superb. It doesn't even need recommendation, just go watch it. What's the story? Spy X Family is an anime series about a spy who must quickly build a nuclear family to maintain the balance of power between two bordering nations, Westalis and Ostania, that are enjoying a period of peaceful coexistence after years of war. On each side of the border, plots are being hatched to restart the conflict, requiring Twilight, who is played by Takuya Aguchi, a master spy from Westalis, to thwart them. He takes each job in stride, but his latest mission, Operation Strix, requires him to go undercover as a parent and enroll a child in the prestigious Eden Academy to infiltrate the inner circle of one of Ostania's pro-war political leaders. Twilight, operating under the alias Lloyd Forger, quickly adopts Anya, Atsumi Tanizaki, an intelligent little girl who, unbeknownst to him, can read minds. He also marries Yu, Saori Hayami, to create the perfect domestic unit. But while Lloyd works on completing his mission, Yu is hiding her own secrets. Neither one suspects the others of not being who they say they are, and no one reveals what they are really up to, but they somehow manage to happily live as a family and love each other. Each member of the newly minted Forger family comes with their quirks and strengths that are utilized to craft the show's charming and hilarious two-season, each 12 episodes, and 24 episodes in total. With every character coming into the situation with a different goal, the series uses their varying motivations to play them off each other in interesting ways. While Twilight simply wants to complete his mission, Anya just wants to get to be a kid and have a family, while Yu seeks to keep suspicious eyes off of her so she can continue her work in secret. While the general setup is interesting in and of itself, it is the wonderful personalities that make up its starring family that sells the series. The way each interacts with the others produces many of the series' best moments. While the starring trio provides the story with a fantastic foundation to build upon, some of the show's supporting cast doesn't land quite as strongly. There are a couple of characters that Spy X Family brings into its narratives that hurt the show far more than they help. Second season. This series was aired at spring and fall of 2022 and became a major hit immediately. Although the author, Tatsuya Endo, says he was only trying to appeal to the mass market, I truly believe that. Spy X Family had a story and characters that could become one of a kind. However, comparatively speaking, I think Part 2 was a letdown when looking back at Part 1. Spy X Family Part 2 isn't as action-packed as Part 1, but it is still pretty good and enjoyable for what it is, and set up nicely for its sequel. It is essentially the calm before the storm. If I had to sum it up, this season was more about character development and relationship building. With that said, a new member of the Forger family arrives in the form of a pet dog named Bond. In addition, a strange peculiar character with the codename Nightfall was thrown into the mix and played a huge role in the flow of the story. Donovan Desmond, the series' supposed main antagonist, appears in the final arc, signaling a huge turning point for the series. Overall, there were no standout moments, but the quality of the show did not drop. I prefer more wholesome family moments in which familial relationships flourish and bonds strengthen. I'd give it an 11 out of 10 for comedy, with Anya leading the charge, of course. Some may argue that the show has lost its spark, but this season was never intended to be a plot-heavy season in the first place. It is, in fact, a filler season. Art style. The show's production quality never dipped in the first place. That means the beloved art and animation quality of Part 1 is still present in Part 2. Was there ever any doubt that with Studio X Cloverworks would not maintain their consistency in the shows they were adapting? From the breathtaking background that perfectly reflects the time period and location, to the expressiveness of the characters that are full of life and highlight what they genuinely feel, one cannot help but admire the effort that went into bringing both the characters and background images to life. The Cartoon Network, Y, style complements the overall feel of the show. The animation is flawless, and it is without a doubt one of the show's main draws. There are definitely no complaints in the art or animation departments. Production. With Studio and Cloverworks are not the perfect production studios, but they managed to bring the creativity of Spy X Family in the most effective form possible. The theme songs are decorated with a simple and colorful choreography that further conveys the show's cheerfulness. Character designs for Anya, Lloyd, and you are unique and great to point out for their technical achievements. You can tell how their expressions are connected to their feelings when we see them in crucial scenes. Examples of these include the family's interview at Eden Academy or Anya's sincere apology to Damien. The fact is, human emotions is especially important for this show as it brings out the best out of its cast. Similarly, I applaud the voice actors for being spot on their roles, in particular for Anya. It's not easy to voice a character at her age, but she made the character as credible as she can be. Lloyd, and Damien are also voiced exactly as how I pictured from the manga, and on point. In fact, I can say that this is one of the very few anime adaptation that may have exceeded its manga counterpart. Overall, it was just good, simple as that, and the reasons why it was good were very easy to say. If you think slice of life is a worthless genre made for human sloths whose own lives are more boring than watching paint dry, then I guess I could recommend steering clear. But if anything I've described has sounded even remotely entertaining, then please remember the show itself is certainly going to be many times more enjoyable. Yes, it's been overly praised, so maybe don't be expecting the next classic anime masterpiece in the making. And there's nothing terribly revolutionary about its humor, but its formula is fresh, and its characters are the absolute dearest. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and liking the video.